We all love a legendary comeback, and Degree Original Cool Rush is back and better than ever. Cool Rush isn't just a scent, it's a movement, a fan favorite that delivers bold, fresh vibes and all-day sweat protection. Whether you have a man that spends hours in the gym, heads into the office early, or is just trying to stay fresh on a long day, Cool Rush has their back. Head to your local Walmart or Target and grab Degree Cool Rush, the fan favorite scent from the world's #1 antiperspirant brand.
A message from McAfee. Wondering why the post office is texting you or why you owe thousands of dollars in toll fees? Because someone's trying to scam you. The good news? McAfee can help. With McAfee's award-winning scam detection, it's easy to tell what's real and what's fake over text, in your inbox, and online. If they're
You want a free gift.
Seriously? If they're faking it, they're not making it past us. Get award-winning scam detection today. McAfee.com/keepitreal.
Hi, this is Kanika Gupta, founder and host of That's Total Mom Sense.
I'm Stephanie Dua, president and co-founder of HOMER.
And this is At Home
with HOMER. HOMER is the essential early learning program for kids aged 2 to 8. We have the most comprehensive app available for early learning skills that you can find on iOS or Google Play. And you can also find our really fun Explore kits that help kids with their math, their reading, and social emotional learning that you can find on our website, learnwithhomer.com.
On this weekly segment, we're going to cover a range of topics from raising confident readers to developing emotional intelligence.
These are the skills that will carry your child through school and life and resonate most when taught at home by you, their most important teacher.
So grab a notepad, your phone, or your mental notebook to remember the tips shared during the segment. And now on to At Home with Homer. Homer! This segment is on screen time as purposeful time. So during this very tenuous time, I think we've all gained new perspective on screen time. While it allowed for remote learning during the pandemic, we also have screen time fatigue and new blue light lenses from too much of it. What are some tips, resources, and guardrails you can share regarding screen time for young learners?
As you mentioned, technology has saved us in so many ways this past year, but we're wrestling with this tension of how much and how we want to use it in our families. We've been able to stay connected to the outside world, teachers, family, friends, because of screens. But now as we're getting back to kind of a new normal, we need to be thinking about what is screen time and how do we want to use it in our families. So I like to say to our families, I like to use the play framework. The P is for purpose, the L is for learning value, the A is for appropriateness, and the Y is for yes. So the play framework really helps us think about, instead of thinking always about screen time in a negative context, like how do we actually think about screen time in our lives? We have it, right? So how do we actually use it effectively? So the P is for purpose. Purpose is, you need to be thinking about why. Why are you using the screen with your child? There's so many different reasons. It could be helping them stay entertained. It could be giving them an opportunity, as we just talked about, to connect with family and friends. It could be helping them assist with their schoolwork. So, or it could be winding down at night. And so the kind of content and type of media that your child is experiencing should be related to that purpose. So P is for having some intention and thinking about then what is the right content or game or Zoom that you want to have based on that purpose. L is for learning value. Learning value is really about their thinking critically about the kind of content. You know, when looking at whether you're going to do an app or a TV show, you really want to be thinking about what kind of value that's bringing to your family and to your child. I personally love to use Common Sense Media. It's a great resource and it's done a lot of legwork for parents. And I personally found them as a lifesaver for my kids. I would always, when they would argue with me and they'd say, oh, yes, it's appropriate, I can watch this, I'd say, go ask Common Sense Media. And if Common Sense Media says it's age appropriate, then it's okay. So it got us out of the debates in our family about whether they could or could not watch or do something. And I really relied on that. They're a real trusted source for learning value. And then A is appropriateness. You know, you do need to think about, based on your child's age, you know, is it appropriate for them? Are they going to engage with it very long? Will it make them giggle? Will it make them get up and dance? Will they try out a new word? Is it personalized to them? Is it going to be a positive experience or a scary experience? These are some things you need to think about in terms of the appropriateness of the content. And then finally, the why. The why in play is for yes. You can use screens. Parents should feel empowered to use screens in a way that is mindful for themselves and their family. They aren't designed to ruin your child's future, but rather, when used appropriately, will give children the skills that they need to thrive in the 21st century.
Thank you, Stephanie. I love it. Now, whenever I think of playtime, I'm going to think of this really fun mnemonic.
We hope you enjoyed this week's At Home with Homer segment. To download the app, visit learnwithhomer.com/momsense, MOMSENSE, to receive your very own 60-day free trial. Your kids are going to love playing the games, watching the visual stories, and more. Now, back to the interview.